Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be reviewing the LEGO Technic set number 42147 dump truck. Now, first and foremost, we will be taking a look at the build itself. Now, at a first glance, this truck does look really good. I do like the simple construction of the cab. It does look nice and boxy. And I do like how the headlights have been constructed. It's a pretty simple building technique, but it works for implementing these system pieces. This Technic set does use a handful of Technic pieces, like for the fenders around here, where it uses these cheese slopes and the 1x3 plates. Very nice. You can see on the side that it does use a couple of these, well, one of each of these navy blue Technic panels on like the window section of this build. Now there's no windshield, of course there isn't. I haven't really seen many Technic sets that actually have a actual windshield. It's not really something I see in LEGO Technic. But I do really like the overall simple yet effective construction of the cab. Now turning around and looking at the rear of the vehicle, it does look nice. It does have this nice big back end. Does have this big loader done up in navy blue. Again, it's a simple yet effective design. Do have a lot of room back there to like store stuff back here. Now, the set doesn't include like anything to like store back here aside from like spare pieces that you would get in the sets. You can put those, you can throw those back here. Oddly enough, no like tailgate or like back door or anything to like keep the load on, to like keep the load full, the back end full. Not really a big deal, but something that would have possibly been a little extra. Back here we do get some taillights also in these system pieces. It does use these 1x1 round flat tiles in the translucent red, and of course in translucent clear up here. It does work out pretty well. Taking a look at the vehicle from the bottom, this is how it looks from the bottom. Again, a pretty simple construction. You do get, well, let's just focus on the, yeah, let's focus in. You do get like this very simple like chassis build with these gray Technic lift arms and some connectors and all that. Very nice. Very nice. The build of this figure, it's a vehicle. You can't really call vehicle a figure unless it's a transformer, am I right? Now, looking at the vehicle from the side, you do see that, of course, there's going to be like some random holes and like some obvious like blue and black pins and some red pins if you really look. Like, yeah, and even some beige ones. Well, yeah, where that can get annoying at times, or that like pit like hollow like these like hollow holes and like pins, blue, black, and red pins can get annoying at times. It's really something that you would get used to as you get more Technic sets. You slowly like uh, grow accustomed to these sort of things. I Now looking at it from a side perspective, it's not really that bad. Well, there is some like holiness and gappiness and seeing all that. It actually does a really good job at like concealing that with like this like door section, I guess. I do think the this like door section was built really nicely. But overall, it's a pretty simple construction. And you can see that it has it also has this neat color scheme of this navy blue back here, as well as the cab being mostly done in this Keat orange color, which is a very nice color scheme for this set. I really do like it. Gives it a sort of construction vibe. Very, very much appreciate that. Now, for stickers, this set includes 7 stickers. It includes the 3 stickers up here on this Technic lift arm up here, this Technic lift arm over in the middle here, and this Technic lift arm where it has like this bumper, like this license plate on the front. With the KM and 42147, the number of the set, as well as the initials, as well as some grill details and some little like ornament things. And of course, you get four others, 2 on each side. So on this side, you see like these a sticker on each of these small Technic navy blue Technic panels, where it adds an extra little bit of that Keat orange color on that piece, on those pieces. And back here on this navy blue Technic lift arm, where it says transport. Those might be letters, but they're really just arrows. And of course, you get the exact same thing on the other side. And the stickers were relatively easy to put on. Thankfully, I've put together a couple of model kits before this, so I am not doing too bad on the stickers. Now, the stickers, I don't think I placed them perfectly, but I did the best I could. And I think it does kind of elevate the look of this vehicle. Does give it an extra little pop of color, a little pop of detail. Very, very neat. Now, for like features and stuff, of course, with the pinned-in wheels, you can expect this vehicle to roll pretty much perfectly. Get the wheels rolling very nicely. Do like that. Now, the box does like kind of like, I think the box does like advertise. Yeah, it does show off some like features that this vehicle can do, like this knob up here. When you turn this knob, it actually steers the vehicle. That's actually really cool. That's actually really nice. You get like the extra bit of like control with your vehicle. It's very nice. Now it has a good steering range. It can do some pretty neat. It can do some pretty sharp turns. But it's like you ain't coming like around the corner type of turns. But you are able to do some decent turns. And of course, there's also this knob over down here, which turning this knob will let you do, the thing a dump truck should do. That. Of course, by turning this, it pushes this Technic lift arm up, and it will tilt back the bucket loader. Very nice, very simple, yet very elegant. It's smooth, and it works flawlessly. Very nice. Again, would have liked some sort of tailgate or something, but overall it's not that bad. I really like this. And something else that's like, I don't think LEGO would like advertise this vehicle for. If you take a look at this black pin right here that's connecting the side, if you pull this off and you swing it forward, it's kind of like a door. You kind of open it like a door. That's actually kind of cool. Now, I don't think this was intended to be like this, but the fact that it can have like this sort of door opening gimmick is actually really cool. Especially when you bring in a minifigure, a simple minifigure. And if you put him in a sitting position, and if you open the door, you can actually like put him in, put the figure in, and close the door, and you can actually have the minifigure sit in the vehicle. That is actually really cool. Of course, the minifigure is not included, but still, that's actually really nice. There's even like enough space to even have the minifigure sit. That's really nice. I think you can fit 2 minifigures in here if you really try. Because let me. Like, yeah, you can definitely fit 2 minifigures in here. Yeah, you can definitely, if you can like maneuver them in a certain way, you can definitely fit 2 minifigures in here comfortably. And that is actually really nice. I really like that. And something else I've found out while building this is if we swing open the door, if we push this up, opening the other door, of course, like, I think you basically get what I'm going at. If you remove these 3 parts, well, you don't. Well, let's see. I can do this real quickly. So, if you go in here and push out these 3 pieces and close the doors back up, Look at that. You get a less restricted range of steering motion. That way you can, but when this was on before, it was already doing some pretty decent turns, but now it can turn really well by just taking these 3 pieces out. That is actually really cool. And you get 3 extra pieces. Very nice. Heck, you can say, throw it back there if you want. Now let's see what else. I do like the pieces that were used to connect the bucket loader to the base, to the chassis. Kind of reminds me of Frost Beasts. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, let's move on to size comparisons now. And the size of this vehicle is actually really nice. Of course, here it is next to a minifigure. Again, not included. But you can see that it kind of works as being like a minifigure scale vehicle. That's actually kind of interesting. I actually kind of like that. And another weird thing is I can bring in like I'm going to bring in like a 6 stud wide, well 8, technically 8, but basically 6 stud wide Lego car. Pretty simple. And you can see that they're approximately the same width. Well, not quite, because this vehicle is technically 7 studs wide, because Technic is usually something that works in odd numbers rather than even numbers. But you kind of get what I'm going at. These two actually don't look that far off in scale, which is kind of interesting. And for another comparison, here it is next to skids, Transformer skids, Deluxe Class skids. And again, you can see that they're approximately the same width, with this one being a little bit thinner, by just a smidget. But you can see that these vehicles don't feel that far off in terms of scale. That's actually kind of interesting. Kind of like this. So overall, I honestly really like this cute little set. It's a very simple little dump truck set. Like, it's a little $10 dump truck. But it's a really nice build. It does everything it needs to do. Plus, and technically, well, technically, it can do a little bit more. Such as, like, the door opening thing, and you can, like, throw minifigures in there if you want. Or if you take out these 3 pieces, not only do you get 3 more pieces for mock making, you also have, like, more range in your steering. And of course, you have the dumping gimmick, which is really fun. It has a nice, simple, and fun build. It has a neat little color scheme. Overall, and of course it does have nice little details that like pop out here and there. Again, overall, I really do like this, and I honestly do recommend it too. Especially when it has like alternative model opportunities that you can like do with it and all that. Very fun. I guess the only like nitpick I have about it is the fact that it doesn't really have a tailgate that you can like do like big loads with. That's honestly about it. Like, It's honestly not that big of a deal. Overall, this is a really fun set for its price point. For its price point and its size, it does everything it needs to do, and it does it well. And heck, it even throws in a couple of extra things technically. Overall, really fun set. Really do recommend it. And I guess that'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed this review, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.